Let's talk to somebody who's actually taking advantage of a low dollar. It's not hurting him. Just ask our friend Shawn Askinosie. We've seen him here before. We love him, owner of Askinosie Chocolate in Springfield, Missouri. The weak dollar has been a boon to his business. He joins us now from Kansas City, Missouri. And, you know, we haven't met, so perhaps I shouldn't say we love you, Shawn, but we certainly love what you do, your attitude and spirit. But tell us exactly how the weak dollar is affecting your business.
Well, the first thing I want to say, and I've been listening to the discussion, is the message that I want to bring from Middle America is, at least for us, the sky is not falling.
Good for you.
And we're trying to turn a sow's ear into a silk purse, as they say here. And one of the ways we're doing that is by taking advantage of this great value for this quality bean-to-bar chocolate that we make, and that is the weakening dollar against the euro. So what we did is just 3 weeks ago, we shipped our largest single order to date to Sweden. So now the Scandinavians are going to have our chocolate on their shelves, and they're going to have it at a great value, which is exciting for us for two reasons. Number one, it's really cool that American chocolate, quality chocolate, is going the other way across the ocean. And the other thing is, it's great because we can take advantage and benefit from the weakening dollar.
Now, Shawn, we love your product. We've actually tasted it here. It is extraordinary. But it's like bringing coals to Newcastle to bring chocolate to Europe. I mean, they've got, you know, the chocolate from Brussels. They've got the chocolate from Switzerland. Why did they choose your chocolate?
The first reason they chose it is because of taste. The distributor in Sweden loves the taste of our chocolate. And finally, what we're finding, and it's not just chocolate, it's wine, it's other specialty foods made by artisans in the United States that now the Europeans want, because they're recognizing that A, they get good value, and B, they get good taste. So the reason I think that the Europeans, or in this case the Scandinavians, want our chocolate is number one, for taste, but number two, they like the story. They like what we do. They like how we treat the farmers. They like how we treat people at our factory. And they know that because it's something we talk about over and over and over again. So we celebrate this export, and we're working really hard to do this not only in Sweden, but all over Europe. You mentioned today is a historic day when you compare the dollar against the yen in a three-year low. And it's funny because just this week, we met with Missouri's trade representative from Japan to talk about penetrating the market in Tokyo. Wow. So, and of course, the Japanese love dark chocolate. They're not going to bat one eye at the price. And they're going to pay for shipping, and it's going to be a great value for them too. So we're working, trying to get this both sides, from the Atlantic to the Pacific.
Shawn, do you have time to be president of the United States? I mean, we love your attitude. You know, you're the best booster of America that I've ever met. But let me just bring you back to that first part, your boosting part. You deal with a lot of businesses in your neck of the woods, in the Midwest. Right. What do they tell you about how the economy's doing right now?
Well, I think probably twofold, two answers to that. One is, I think that, you know, we see things going good, but then we read things like the cover story 2 days ago in USA Today, where they are, in my opinion, sort of fanning the flames and fanning the fears of the public by presenting this negative view. People aren't spending as much. That particular story was saying that people aren't buying lattes, they're not buying more expensive water, they're not buying power bars. And what that does is that makes people think, oh, well, I didn't know things were so bad. Maybe I shouldn't buy my latte today. So that's one thing. And I think that's not good. I mean, I think we need to have positive stories. Yes. We shouldn't stick our heads in the sand, but we need to have positive stories about what's going on in the economy. But the other thing, when I talk to fellow brothers and sisters in business, what they say, and this falls directly on the heels of what you were talking about earlier with your guests, and that is this credit crunch. And what we need to do is not do this $150 billion stimulus package where we're on the spending side.
Yes.
But what I hear people saying is we should have taken that money and we should have invested it in small business, people who, you know, are trying to provide jobs for people in this country.
Let me just stop you there, Shawn. Yeah. How the devil's in the details. If you were to have that amount of money going out to small business, how would you spend it?
Well, the way I would spend it is right now I don't have any investors and I only have bank debt. But I can see a time on the horizon where I'm going to need to finance growth. And the way I would like to be able to do that is with readily available credit. And I think that there are a lot of other small businesses like me. And so what I think the government should have done or should do even though I'm not sure I have the confidence in their ability to administer this. But that is low interest and no interest loans.
Right.
To
Although
these,
I got to tell you two things, Shawn. First of all, I've been to Latin American countries and other places in the third world where they have development banks. It's a mess because the bureaucrats get in charge of it, make a mess of it. And secondly, it decapitalizes the other banks that are in the private sector. So it has two negatives, that idea.
Right. Well, and I agree with you. I don't have confidence in our government's ability to administer it. So I think it should be a privately funded deal. I think some entrepreneur out there needs to find a way to literally turn this into a way to make money off of helping small business.
We have literally run out of time. We got to have you back for a full hour next time. Shawn Askinosie, very happy you're still doing good business. Good to see you.